Hello students, today you're going to take in-depth video notes on photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Go ahead and set up your notebooks, kind of like with this T format, very similar to the vocabulary video notes, except this video will be more like details about both processes. So the first thing you need to write down is that photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplasts, and it's the sun that triggers the chemical reaction that creates the glucose. So here in this image you see a chloroplast, and those discs are the graniums, which are the collections of the chlorophyll. So leaves from plants take in the carbon dioxide from there's little holes or openings on the bottom of the leaves, and carbon dioxide is absorbed through those little openings, and then the water comes from the roots of the plants. So when you water a plant, you should water it by the roots, not by the leaves, because that's not where it absorbs water. So when the water trickles down, when it gets watered or it rains, the water moves up, what's called the xylem, and then into the leaves, and then the leaves is where you have the chloroplasts, and that's where the glucose is made. What I want you to do is create an advanced question for each point you see today. So you notice that my question here is, how much glucose is made in a leaf of a plant every minute, or inside of a chloroplast of each plant in every minute? So that's the kind of question that shows that you're thinking about what you're writing, you're not just copying. So make sure you create an advanced question for this in-depth video for every point there is. For number 2, write, cellular respiration is a process that happens in plants and animals. Remember that the mitochondria are the ones that break down the sugars or glucose molecules, and they happens inside the mitochondria. Plants have mitochondria, so do animals. Plants make their own sugar, and then they keep it in their vacuoles, and then when it's time, they need energy to grow, they break it down so they can make processes like growing. Go ahead and draw that picture on the left. And then here's the last idea for today. Don't forget to create an advanced question for number 2 as well. I'll check that when I check notebooks. So for number 3, write, photosynthesis and cellular respiration are similar because they both involve the molecule glucose, but they happen to be opposite processes. One involves making sugar and one involves breaking sugar. Let's look at this. So remember, you have to start remembering this molecule here, C6H12O6. That's glucose. You should be able to recognize it. Glucose is made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and those amounts to make one molecule right there of sugar or glucose. Now, when you look at respiration, it's the opposite, because you break down the sugar that the plant took so long to make. You break it down into these different things like carbon and water and energy. And photosynthesis, the plant is trying to make the sugar, and in respiration, the organism or the plant is breaking down the sugar. So we can see, and I know this is in the way, the picture will move to the left in a minute, that here glucose is being made, here glucose is being broken, and then carbon dioxide released. That carbon goes in here, the sun helps, water too, and then more sugar is made. So it's like a cyclical process. But this one involves the making of the sugar, so things are made here, and then here things are broken down. Alright, go ahead and draw that picture as best as you can, and then don't forget to have an advanced question for 1, advanced question for 2, and advanced question for 3. Have a good day.